We are never so lonely as when we are surrounded by people with whom we cannot be ourselves. Carl Jung. It's more than just a desire, it's something we're built for. Human beings are wired to bond with others. Without that deep sense of connection, we begin to feel empty, restless, and alone. In a world full of notifications, likes, and messages, you'd think we'd feel more connected than ever. But the truth is, most of our relationships today are surface level, digital facades that leave us feeling more isolated than engaged. We might know someone's birthday, favorite show, or go-to coffee order, but that's just trivia. It's not the person. We mistake familiarity for intimacy. And often it's not even us who are connected. It's our preferences. We match on likes, beliefs, and opinions, but when those shift, and as they naturally do, so does the illusion of connection. That's why people say, I grew out of that relationship. They didn't grow apart from the person, but from the shared identity they once held. So how do we move past these shallow interactions? How do we build something real, something lasting? Step 1. Embrace vulnerability and truth. Real connection requires risk, the risk of being seen. But let's be honest, most of us are afraid of that. We wear different versions of ourselves for different people. We keep things light, avoid uncomfortable truths, and smile when we don't mean it. We fear rejection more than loneliness, and so we choose comfort over truth, politeness over honesty. But the raw, unfiltered parts of us, that's where connection lives. When we dare to be real, to speak what we often silence, something powerful happens. Others open up too. There's a hidden voice in all of us that aches to be heard. And the moment you let yours speak, you give others permission to do the same. I've spoken with hundreds of people online, people I've never met and never will. Strangely, in those brief moments, they shared more truth with me than with their closest friends. Why? Because they didn't feel the pressure to impress or be liked. Anonymity gave them the freedom to be authentic. That freedom, that raw honesty, is the foundation of every deep connection. Step 2, be curious, not just interesting. We've all been trained to be interesting and to say the right thing, to keep conversations going, to tell good stories, but very few of us have been taught to be interested, genuinely interested. What if instead of trying to appear fascinating, we got fascinated by the person in front of us? Stop thinking about what you'll say next. Don't filter their words through your opinions, just listen. The word listen shares all the same letters as silent, and that's not a coincidence. When your mind is quiet, real listening begins. You stop living in your own head and start entering someone else's world. That's where empathy grows. In psychological studies, people who were curious about others, not just surface-level curious, but deeply open, formed stronger, more meaningful connections even with strangers. Why? Because curiosity requires humility. You let go of your need to be right, to be validated, to showcase your experiences. You make space for someone else's truth to unfold. Step 3, let go of the role you're playing. We often interact with others through invisible roles: parent, child, teacher, friend, partner, and every role comes with expectations. The parent is supposed to guide, the child is supposed to listen. But roles can become barriers. When we're too focused on what we're supposed to be, we lose the ability to be honest. Take the parent-child dynamic. A parent might become frustrated when a teenager rebels, but they forget they once rebelled too. The role blinds them. And the child, sensing that honesty leads to punishment, withholds their truth. Both sides lose the chance to connect authentically. When we drop the act and show up as people, flawed, uncertain, open, something changes. A parent admitting their past mistakes creates space for their child to do the same. The same principle applies to every relationship. The moment you stop trying to be a certain someone and let others do the same, connection becomes possible. Step 4, accept yourself entirely. Here's a surprising truth. Your connection with others depends on your connection with yourself. Most people reject parts of who they are. They push aside their insecurities, hide their flaws, and pretend they don't have doubts. But these hidden parts don't stay quiet. They show up in how we judge others, in how we struggle to trust, in how we avoid getting close. Carl Jung called this hidden part of us the shadow. It's everything we try to suppress, our fears, our desires, our shame. When we don't accept our own darkness, we become critical of others. We project our discomfort onto the world. Someone unsure of their intelligence may mock others to feel smarter. Someone insecure in their identity may lash out at those who express theirs freely. And here's the thing: judgment kills connection. Not just because it creates distance, but because it creates fear. No one wants to open up to someone who might secretly be evaluating them. So instead, we hide. We stay guarded, and we call that politeness. Think about the way we feel around animals. They don't judge. They don't care about your job title or your looks or how much you earn. They just are. And in their presence, we drop our masks. We feel safe to be ourselves. That's what true connection feels like. No roles, no pressure, just presence. If you want to feel truly connected and not just liked, not just followed, it starts with courage. The courage to show up as you are. The courage to listen deeply. The courage to drop the mask. The courage to love even the parts of yourself you've tried to ignore. Try it. You might be surprised how quickly the world opens up to meet you.